Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Dwayne's Guitar Lessons, where today I'm going to show you a little bit about what I've gotten done with guitar so far. So we got the picture painted on there, and I got some of my parts ordered in, so I wanted to show you that. I've got some of the parts that I ordered, they came in. Here's the pickups. So I'm going to put these black pickups on there. I found these on eBay. These are actually pickups that Ibanez puts in their RGs. So I decided to buy these because I knew they would fit. The main thing about building something like this from scratch, different parts, is you have to make sure that everything fits in there. That's the main thing. So I knew that if I got these, they came out of an RG, the model might have been different, but I knew if it would have been an Ibanez RG that they would fit. So I decided to put these in there. Choose these pickups for that specific reason. So I got those. I got some pick rings on there right now just to hold them in, but these aren't the actual ones I'm going to use, but they're going to be black like these. These ones are plastic. I'm going to put metal ones on there. And then I've got some black knobs here. These actually came off one of my other guitars, so I've got some ordered that are going to come with the pick rings, so that'll be a set. And the pickups, I just actually took these off there so I could hold them on there while I pull the wires through. And then this is the pickup selector switch, and I got that as well. And then what I did is I ordered a wiring harness. I guess there's some guys out there who take this stuff out of guitars and just keep this stuff intact, and that really helps a lot, for the wiring and stuff. So I actually had bought some other volume and tone knobs. They're called potentiometers. That's the technical term, but they're basically your tone and your volume knob. And I actually ordered a couple other ones, but they didn't fit, and I would have had to drill the holes out bigger in order to make them fit, and I really didn't want to do that. I just wanted to keep everything the way it was, so I ordered this wiring harness that they said came out of an Ibanez, and so I thought that would be a good idea because I knew that the holes would fit. The pots would fit in the holes, and then the distance between them would fit as well, because a lot of times on guitars, the distance between the volume and tone knobs are different. Some are closer together, some are further apart. These ones are kind of far apart here, so you got to make sure that the wiring is going to be long enough to put those through to the holes, because if they're like here, it's not going to be long enough. So that's one of the reasons why I did that, because I knew that would fit in there. The switch fits, and then all I had to do was wire in the pickups. And I wanted to show you a little bit about and I also wanted to mention too about the bridge. I haven't got the bridge in yet that I wanted, that I'm going to put on here. This is a different one. This is a Floyd Rose bridge with a whammy bar. And since it has this thing right here, if you look at this part right here, that's the part where the whammy bar goes in and it sticks down. Okay, now on this bridge, since this is on this body, since it's a left-handed guitar body, you actually need a left-handed tremolo, where this thing here is going to be on this side on the bottom. And that's one of the reasons why that cavity is cut out like that. I don't know if you can really see that in this video too well, but that's why it's kind of cut out down here, because that's where that goes. Well, unfortunately, I couldn't find one that I liked. They've got some on eBay that are made in China. They're kind of cheap. I didn't want one of those. I wanted something of quality. So I can only really find a right-handed one. So what I had to do was drill a hole in the body right here, so that this piece of the tremolo where the bar comes in could fit down into the body. So I drilled a hole there, took out some drills, and then I got my Dremel tool and kind of made it a little bit bigger. And so now I can fit the right-handed tremolo into the body, and that'll work okay, because my other guitar that I've had for a long time, and I'm kind of building this one to replace. I might put that one in retirement, I'm not sure, try to get the neck fixed or something on it. But anyway, I'm used to the tremolo being up here instead of down here, the arm being up here instead of down here, because it's actually, that was a right-handed guitar. This is going to be a left-handed guitar, or a left-handed guitar with the right-handed tremolo body on it, and it's also going to have a right-handed neck, because that's the only neck I could find to fit it. I did bid on a couple left-handed necks, but I didn't win the bids on eBay. And then there was a couple that I could have just bought, but they didn't fit. They weren't. You have a couple different types of necks. So this is called a square heel, because the this part of the neck right here is square, and you can see four holes there. So that's called a square heel, is where an AANJ neck has a little bit different bolt pattern, so you have to make sure that that fits. And I found one on there that looked like it was going to fit on there. And you can tell right here too, I don't know if you can see this in the video, but right here there's a little groove cut out in the body right here above this pickup for the last few frets, that 24 fret neck. And I'm going to show you that in a second here, so you can see how I got the neck came in. I got it fixed, and I was going to show you a little bit about that as well. Okay, so let me get the neck real quick, and I'll show you that in just a second here. Okay, so I also wanted to show you something about the pickups too. So here's the neck. This is a very nice neck. I got it off eBay used. It came off of an RG guitar or something. I'm trying to keep it all. I know this is an RG body, so I'm trying to keep, you know, I know if I order stuff for RG, it's going to fit because they're all kind of the same. You know, their cosmetics are different, but there's, you know, the way they're designed is pretty much the same. And this is a 24 fret neck. The neck that I'm going to be normally use is a 22 on my other guitar, so this is going to be a little bit, I'm going to have to kind of get used to a little bit. But anyway, as you can see, what's really cool is this neck is it sticks out over the heel right here for the last few frets. So that's kind of cool, and what it does is it fits right in this groove right here. Okay, right in that groove, fits right there. I don't You're not supposed to slide a neck in, from what I've been told. You're supposed to kind of press it in. So I don't want to press it in right now because I'm not ready to put it in, but it's roughly going to look like that. So that right there where it comes in, and I had to order a truss rod cover for it, so I ordered this truss rod cover. This is a one actually from like an Ibanez gym. It's Steve Vai's logo. It's going to be on there kind of upside down though. And this is actually, since it's a right-handed neck, it's going to be upside down, but that's okay. That's how my other guitar was. And the main thing I wanted to be concerned about was that it fit, that this neck fit. And so it does. It's a square heel, and when I get ready to put it on there, it should just bolt right in. And I'm just waiting on the tuning keys and the nut. I need the nut right here and the tuning keys. So once I get those in, those should come in probably this week or next. Then I can put the neck on, get that put on as well. Okay, and I also wanted to show you a little bit about like the pickups. You know, if you don't know anything about guitar pickups, this is an example. Now these ones I've already wired in, okay, so I can't take them out. But I wanted to just show you. I probably should have shot a video of that. That would have probably been a lot, you know, me putting that in there probably a bit more educational. But anyway, so you're basically, this is your pickups come, you know, this is a humbucker pickup. It's called there's two single coils called a humbucker, and it comes with just one wire attached to it, and then it has either 2 or 3 wires that are, you know, for the pickup itself. Usually the power and the ground. This one only has 2. These ones have 3. So now I wasn't too sure what to do with one of the wires on them. So if that's not wired properly, I'm going to have to take it over somewhere and have somebody take a look at it. Because this is, like I said, the first time I ever built a guitar. But I know, you know, how the pickups go in. Basically, there's, you know, you have this, you put this here, then the wire gets routed through the back of the guitar. You can't really see it here, but it gets routed through the back into here, and into here. There's some holes here to get for the pickups. This green one is your bridge pickup. This red one right here is the neck pickup, and the white one's the middle pickup. And they're just going through these holes. You can kind of see the holes right there. There's one there, and then there's one up here for the bridge pickup. Okay, and then there's the switch, and then there's a volume pot and the tone pot right there. Okay, so what I had to do, basically, the volume and the tone and the bridge and the switch were all wired together already, and then I just had to wire in the input jack and the pickups. So I just put those pickups in. You know, here's the middle one. This one's, you know, so basically you just put it in there, you bolt it in. This wire goes through that hole like I mentioned to you, and you solder it to the input, or not the input jack. You solder it to the pickup selector switch. And I think on one of my videos I said you solder it to the volume pot. No, that's incorrect. You'll solder the ground to the volume pot, but the actual, you know, the other wires, you're going to wire it to the pickup selector switch. So when you hit this switch, it's going to know, did this pickup, or this one? Okay, it's going to determine that. And then I've got the volume pots, or the knobs. I wasn't sure if I was going to do chrome or black, but I think I'm going to do black. I think that'll make kind of blend in better. And then the chrome tremolo, like I told you, this isn't the one I'm going to put in it, but it's similar, and it's going to go right there like that. And so there, have a really nice kind of looking guitar there. And I just need to paint this down here, because I have the date there, but like I said, I'm going to put my name there instead. So you can see my name, it says Dwayne, but I need to reverse it because I didn't realize I was going to have that's, you know, showing through. So I was thinking, since that shows so much through, there's quite a bit of showing there, I might just put my name and then continue to put the fire through there, so that would look probably pretty good. So I didn't put it on there before because I didn't know it was going to show, but that's roughly what that's going to look like when I get it done. So basically I just took the pickups and I put the wire through the hole. This one has a hole here, I put it to here, and this one goes down through here behind this pickup, and then it goes through here, and then this one goes through that same hole. So you have two holes, one here and one here, and then your ground wire also comes through here, and it grounds to the body right there. At least that's how it was designed when I got the guitar. It had the ground wire already in there, so I just kind of left it like that. And let's see, and that's it, pretty much it, you know. And once I get the my other tremolo bridge, it comes with the springs and everything, because you have springs back here that hold the guitar, that hold the bridge. Okay, so when you put the bridge in, this is for like if you have a locking tremolo, if you have a bridge with a whammy bar, you don't really have to have the locking nut, but any kind of, you've got basically two bridges on a guitar. You've got a set bridge that's just bolted onto the body of the guitar, and then you're not going to have anything like this because it's not going to need it. So if you see a guitar that's just, you know, solid piece of wood in the back like this, then it's more likely going to have a bridge on the front. This is called the bridge, this thing here, that's going to be just bolted onto the wood. So that's called a set bridge. This one is actually called a floating bridge because it moves like this. And that's why they're kind of hard to stay in tune, you know, without the locking nut and stuff. And the way it moves is you've got the strings on the top that are you know, making it come up like this, and then in the back, that part I mentioned, this sticks through that hole. If you look in the back, that's sticking out. The springs that are going to be attached to here are going to connect to this. And so you've got the springs pulling it this way, and you got the strings pulling it the other way. So that's what Lee's calls it, it's kind of like suspended there. And that's what allows it to float. That's why it's called a floating bridge. You can move it back and forth. And the tension of the springs and the strings are supposed to keep it straight. So this might be kind of tricky to set up too, because with these floating tremolos and stuff. But I've still got to get the neck on there, like I said, and it'll look pretty good once that's all done. Get all that on there, and bolt the neck on there, and then I got to put the strings on and set it up. And I think I'm going to take it over and make sure I wired it properly, because there's a lot of wires in there, and I basically wired the pickups where I thought they should go, but I could be incorrect. So I'll probably take this over to a music store or someplace where they work on guitars and have them look at it and see if I did it right. If not, then we can get it fixed. And you know what's great about this is the holes are already there for everything that we need. You know, all the holes are already there. I just need to get the backing plates. I've got the backup. I've got the backing plate for the neck that came with the body, which is good. So I'll put that back on when that's done, and then I decided not to make this real shiny. I mean, it's kind of shiny, but I didn't want it to be too shiny, because the more shinier you make it, the more it shows all the imperfections in the body and stuff, because this isn't really a perfect body. It's, you know, had some wear and tear, and I really didn't sand it great, you know, like to perfection. I sanded it good, but you know, the more you make it look pretty, shiny, the more those imperfections show out. So I decided to leave it a little kind of moderate shiny, and that way it won't show the imperfections quite as much. They'll still be there, but they just won't show up as much. Okay, so that's what basically the guitar is going to look like. I wanted to just make a quick video to show you that. I also wanted to mention to you the difference between the necks real quick. Okay, let me go get this other neck and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now here's the neck. This one's really cool. I like this neck. I wanted to put this one on this guitar because it's got the shark tooth inlay. It says custom made right there. That's awesome. Got the big old jumbo frets on there. It's another Ibanez neck. Ibanez makes some great necks. I love this. Some of these. These are called wizard necks. And I think I mentioned in one of my other videos the wizard guitar. I was going to paint a wizard on there. It's not the guitar that's the wizard. It's the necks. They call them wizard necks because they're real flat. And they're designed for just playing, you know, real fast speed kind of metal type of stuff. Not that you would have to only play that kind of stuff on these necks, but you know, that's just kind of what they're designed for. You know, they're kind of flat. They're kind of flat like a classical neck. If you ever play classical, so you can play like this. You know, this is kind of what they're designed for. This kind of style of playing, this kind of thing, which is great. You know, if you're kind of a heavy metal shredder like me. These necks are beautiful. I love them. So look at this neck here. Okay, it's got the shark tooth inlay. The only problem is if we look at that right there, you can tell it doesn't go out as far as the other neck does. So if I was to put it on here, it would fit, except for I'm going to have this little part of the body right here that's kind of sunken in and just doesn't look very good. But even at that rate, I probably would do it. You know, because I love this neck. This neck's awesome. It says custom made on it. Guitar's custom made. It's perfect. The only problem is that it's one of those other type of necks I mentioned to you early, the AANJ neck. You see how that bolt pattern is off center with this bolt right here? So that goes in a certain type of body, and unfortunately it's not this type of body. And if you look at this one, this bolt pattern, because these necks are almost exactly alike, except one's a 22 fret, one's a 24 fret, but you can see the bolt patterns aren't quite the same. So if this neck had, and this one's sticking out further because it's a 24 fret and this one's only a 22, you can kind of see that. But other than that, the necks are pretty much the same. So unfortunately, I'm going to put this one on there. I like the other one better, but it won't fit. It's only 22 fret. If it was a square-heeled neck, I would put it on there. I know it would look a little funky, but I'd still put it on there anyway because I just like that neck. It's nice. But what I think I'm going to do, I've got a couple options I can do with this neck. Number one, I can take off my other neck and see if I can get that one fixed and put this one on there because it'll fit my other guitar. Or I can just, on my next guitar build, make sure I buy a right-handed body with an AANJ neck, and I've already got the neck for it. So I might do that too. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with that one. The only thing is that one's got some scratches on the headstock right here, so that could be a problem. If I decide to put it on another guitar that I'm going to try to, you know, make look real pretty, I might have to strip all that paint and stuff because that's not going to look good. It's kind of scratched and stuff. So I'm thinking the best thing to do with this neck is to put it on my other guitar and see if I can get the neck fixed on my other guitar, because one thing about these necks that's kind of a bad thing is the nut right here. I don't know if you can see that nut, these two holes right here that hold this nut. These necks, since they're flat and they're thin, you know, they get knocked down, boom, that cracks right there. And this neck actually had a crack in it, and I had it fixed. I took it over to this guy, Ken, he fixed it real nice. So I'm hoping that it'll hold up, you know, for the... And he said he might be able to fix my other neck. That's exactly where my other neck broke. It broke right there, and I've tried to glue it, and it doesn't work because you're putting pressure on the neck when you use the whammy bar. So I don't use a whammy bar, but what's the purpose of having a nice tremolo with the whammy bar if you're not going to use it? It makes sense. So hopefully this neck will hold up. This neck looks in great condition. It's not broke or anything. That's another reason why I wanted to put on this neck, but that one's not going to work for this guitar, but I think it will work for my other guitar if I could get that neck fixed. But he told me when I put some super glue in there, he said that jacked it all up. So I didn't really know him at that time, so that was the best I could do with it. But this is roughly what the guitar is going to look like. It's going to have this, and it's going to have the chrome bridge right here. Not this particular one, but one like it. And it's going to look like that. So that ought to stand it up, but it's roughly, I don't think you see all that in the picture. But anyway, you'll see this when I get it all put together. It'll look really nice. And hopefully I got it wired in right. That's one thing that I'm not really sure about. I bet you I've got to probably take that over and have somebody look at it and see. But this is getting very close to being done, being put together. I just need a few more parts and I can put it together. Check the wiring. I got to put this stuff back here, and then when I do, I'll show you another video and show you how I did that. But I think this is coming along really nice, and I think it's going to sound really, really good. So thank you so much once again for watching. I hope you're doing well with your own projects, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much.